I suppose one ought to enjoy oneself in Parliament when one leads both parties, as I do. Oh, but I'm miserable. Poor, broken-hearted fool that I am. Oh, Phyllis. Phyllis!
Yes?
Yes. But I suppose I should say, my lady. I have not yet been informed which title your ladyship has pleased to select.
I haven't quite decided. You see, I have no mother to advise me.
No, I have.
Yes, a young mother.
Not very. A couple of centuries or so.
Oh, she wears well.
She does. She's a fairy.
I beg your pardon. Of what?
Oh, I suppose there's no longer any reason to conceal the fact. She's a fairy.
A fairy? Well, that would account for a good many things. Then I suppose you're a fairy.
I'm half a fairy.
Which half?
The upper half, down to the waistcoat.
Dear me, there is nothing to show it.
Don't do that.
But why didn't you tell me this before?
I thought you would take a dislike to me. Oh, but as it's all off, you might as well know the whole truth. I'm only half a mortal.
But I'd rather have half a mortal I do love than half a dozen I don't.
I think not. Go to your half dozen.
It's only two and I hate them. Please, please forgive me.
I don't think I ought to. Besides, all sorts of difficulties will arise. You know, my grandmother was quite as young as my mother. So do all my aunts.
I quite understand. Whenever I see you kissing a very young lady, I shall know it's an elderly relative.
You will. Then, Phyllis, I think we shall be very happy.
We won't wait long.
Although we might change our minds. We'll get married first.
And change our minds afterwards.
That's the usual course. If we're fit enough to carry, ere we marry, you and I, of the feeling I inspire, you may tire by and by. Or pierced with flowing cosmos, dress their office, that is why I am sure we should not carry, ere we marry, you and I.
If we're fit enough to marry, ere we marry, you and I, if the morning can be made into a lady known in life, if by chance we should be parted, broken-hearted I should die. So I think we will not tarry, ere we marry, you and I. If we're fit enough to marry, ere we marry, you and I, if the morning can be made into a lady known in life. She kisses just like other people. But the Lord Chancellor.
Oh, I forgot him. Mother, none can resist your fairy eloquence. You will go to him and plead for us.
No, impossible.
But our happiness, our very lives depend upon our obtaining his consent.
Madam, you cannot refuse to do this for us.
You know not what you ask. The Lord Chancellor is my husband.
Your husband?
My husband. And your father.
Then our course is plain. On his learning that Strephon is his son, all objections to our marriage will be at once removed.
No, he must never know. He believes me to have died childless. And dearly as I love him, I am bound to
consider myself engaged to Phyllis. At first, I wouldn't hear of it. It was out of the question. But I took heart. I pointed out to myself that I was no stranger to myself. That in point of fact, I had been personally acquainted with myself for some years. This was a great point gained. I admitted that I had watched my professional advancement with considerable interest, and I handsomely added that I yielded to no one in admiration of my private and professional virtues. This was a great point gained. I then endeavored to work upon my feelings. Conceive my joy when I distinctly perceived a tear glistening in my own eye. Eventually, after a severe struggle with myself, I reluctantly, most reluctantly consented.